Our special guest has made a habit of getting under the skin of every character he essays. In his debut film LSD, he made the audience hate him for being a rake. In Stree and Newton, he had us rolling in the aisles with laughter. Welcome to WhatsApp Presents Just Between Us by Filmfare, a show where I get my guests to reveal unknown facets of their exemplary journey. They share with me their vulnerabilities, talk about the people who act as their support system, and the lessons learned on the way. I'm Jitesh Pillai, and my guest today is the wonderful Rajkumar Rao. So
Thank
my
you so
first
much.
question to you. So Raj, during the lockdown, many people realized the irrelevance of many things in life. What did this difficult period teach you?
It has taught me that everything is so uncertain. You know, you can plan your whole life. You can just get whatever materialistic things you want in life, but eventually it doesn't matter. Nothing matters eventually. What matters is how many amazing, beautiful memories you create and you make. Because eventually, once you're gone from this planet, once you're gone, that's the only way people will remember you. People will remember you with your happy memories or bad memories. So it's in your hand. You want to make happy memories or bad memories. Because I've seen so many, I've lost so many close ones. I've like so many loved ones I've lost in this pandemic, and especially in these last 5 years. It has taught me, it has had a huge impact in my life.
The pandemic was tough on everyone. What were some of the things that you did to reach out to people in need?
I was trying to help as many people as I could, Jay, especially the second wave. I was not here. I was in Shillong, but Rekha lost her dad, and we all were there. And then we got COVID, and then the second wave started, and I started seeing the situation that was people were so badly affected by the second wave.
Raj, talking of work, who was that go-to person for you when you flunked an audition? Somebody you called up and spoke to during the initial days of your career?
My mother. I used to call her every time I would feel disappointed or I would feel low in my life. And she always had one thing to say, great things are going to happen to you. Just hold on, don't worry. Even after my national award win, my Asia Pacific, whatever happened in my life, my first film fair, and she kept saying this nothing, greater things will happen to you. So I think it was only her in my life that I, would connect with, and I would share my happiness and my sadness.
What is the best piece of advice that she's given you?
So many. She said, of course, be honest with your work, work hard, be kind to others, because she was such a fighter. So I have that immense respect for women all over the world, also because of my mother now. So these are the few things that she told me.
Was there ever a moment in life where your entire family came together during a personal crisis? How did you all hold it together?
Like it was not an easy childhood for me. It was a tough childhood growing up. I became a dance teacher when I was in class 8. I started teaching one kid. I used to give home tuitions, and whatever little bit I knew, I was just teaching her and making 300 rupees a month and feeling very happy about it. I used to get, ghar ka ration thoda bahut on 300 rupees se, ki 25 rupees ki dal le li, 50 rupees ka ghee le liya. And I used to feel so happy and proud that, I'm contributing in my daily needs of my family. I used to feel very happy about it. But yeah, it was, of course, tough times, but great times. I learned so much from them. All my brothers, we are 4 brothers and 2 sisters, joint family together. So we are really close, all us brothers. We have this group, this WhatsApp group, and we share everything about each other, about our day-to-day lives and what's happening and what's good and what's bad happening in our lives.
So what are the kind of messages that you all send each other on your WhatsApp group?
Most of the time, stupid jokes. Yeah. And sometimes, of course, some spiritual things. If somebody has read something beautiful and about some life philosophy, so we do that. And sometimes if we have to, connect about some common thing, some common event or common function, then we plan everything on that WhatsApp group.
So do you have a close group of friends or confidants from FTII who you are still in touch with?
Yeah, FTII, of course, we have this group on WhatsApp. So as I said, WhatsApp really helps that way, that you can make groups and you can still be in touch with all the people. So I have my whole classmate. I have some amazing people from my class. Jaideep Ehlawat is my classmate. Vijay Verma is my classmate, Sunny Hinduja, Pitobash Tripathi, so many people. Devendu is 1 year senior. Such amazing people, So we are really, really close knitted.
So what are What is the kind of conversations you have with them?
Most of the time it's birthdays, because there were 20 of us. So, and if of course there's some like a get together, and I try and join them, but most of the time I'm out, I'm shooting. So they, of course, they share videos, photos on that group, and people share their trailers and things like that. Right now I'm shooting with a friend from my class called Jatin Goswami, a brilliant actor. People must have seen him in Babu Moshai Bandukbaz and all these films. One of my favorite actors from my class. So I'm shooting with him, and I'm so happy and so thrilled. You know, I met him after a decade almost, and we picked it up from where we left. Nothing has changed, and it's just amazing to see my friends do so well in life.
How nice. But were there any low moments for you during your FTI days?
Nothing low, actually. Everything was amazing. One thing I was very clear about, that I want to learn as much, because for me acting is about just practicing each day. You grow the more you practice, the more you grow. Just like, I'm sure, like how when you started as a journalist and now today where you were, there's growth. I think my whole direction towards acting, the journey just shifted to somewhere else from where I was. And yeah, just for 2 years, you're walking cinema, you're talking cinema, you're breathing cinema, and that's the only thing you're doing. So I really learned a lot from that, from my school.
Have you ever watched a film of yours with your parents, and what was their reaction to it?
I haven't seen it with them, but my brother told me that when my first film LSD released, and if you remember the film, I have this almost naked scene in the film towards the climax. And of course, I told my mom early in advance that, so I have to go naked in the film. And she's like, yeah, okay. It's like, okay. She's like, yeah, okay. It's like, okay. And then my brother told me first day when they all went to watch the film, and that scene came, and there were like some 13 of them, and they didn't know what to say. They didn't even look at each other. They're like, okay, let this moment pass. Let this moment pass. Done. But my brother told me they were so awkward because there were so many people, in that auditorium.
Many of us turn to different support system in our vulnerable times. Who do you turn to? Your friends, your confidants?
With God. And Patrulekha, of course. But I'm somebody, I want to make people happy. I want to make them laugh. But I don't know, I haven't really shared this with anyone. But when I'm really low in my life, I'm really sad, I keep it to myself. I can't really share some issue. But of course, I share. It's not like I never share. I do share as well. I talk to Patrulekha. I have a couple of close friends, my brothers. If there's something enormous, something really huge, then I share it with them. Otherwise, I keep it to myself.
You mentioned Patrulekha. I'm very curious to know, how did you meet? What is the romance like?
Romance is beautiful. It's been 11 years now. How did we meet? So after LSD, I was called back to FTI to shoot for like a playback exercise, like a playback song. And then I got to know that Patrulekha, there's another girl called Patrulekha who would also be acting with me. And we both had to travel together to Pune, to FTI to shoot for this. So this is my side of story. And Patrulekha's side of story is that she got to know that, oh, this guy who was in LSD is coming with me. And she had this impression because she saw LSD and she thought, look at this guy, such an asshole. So she thought that I'm this guy. And so she got her sister along, Parna. And Patra wouldn't talk to me in the car the whole journey. And Parna was talking to me, her sister. And Patra would call her mom and say, tell her now, why is she talking to him? Don't talk to him. And I was like, what happened? So I asked her randomly, I tried to have a conversation. I asked her, so what have you done? What do you do? And she said, some ads here and there. And I said, okay, what ads? She said, I've done this ad. It was a brand called Tata Docomo. And ting, because cut to 3 months back, I'm watching television and I saw this ad on the TV. And for some reason, I thought, wow, yaar, what a cute girl. I wish I could marry her. And cut to present. I was like, you are that girl? She's like, yeah. I said, oh, okay. Hi. And then, of course, things started. Yeah.
You've essayed several complex characters in your career. Do they take a toll on you?
I think when you're making that film, yeah, it does. But afterwards, of course, you have to move on. You have to come out of it and prepare for the next character. But while making it, yeah, while filming it, it does have an impact on me as an actor. Especially not all the films, but yeah, some films like Shahid, Trapped, Newton, Omerta, Bose, the other films which had huge impact in my life. Also, they teach you somewhere. I think I've become a better human being just by doing these characters and playing these parts, and by working with such amazing filmmakers. They have really taught me a lot.
Who are your immediate friends from the industry?
I have some great friends in my life. Vinod, I have Dave, I have Anish John, I have Vivek. Love Ranjan is a really, really close friend. Hansal sir is a really close friend. Farah ma'am, Raj, Amar, Abhishek. Uh, so many of them. I've got actually a lot of friends here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure I'm forgetting some names, but yeah, they all know.
And what do the WhatsApp conversations with these friends look like?
So it depends who am I with. Like with Dave, we talk about spirituality, we talk about life. With Vinod, it's mostly about, because he's made this beautiful film called Pushtani. So right now it's mostly about his film, how's it shaping up, and other things. With Anish, he's a sound designer. He's one of my closest friend from my film school. With Anish, it's only bakwas, nothing else. No sar pair ki baatein. It's just that.
I had read somewhere that you were very inspired by Manoj Bajpayee when you and then decided to be an actor. So what was it like when you first met him?
So while growing up, as I said, I was watching a lot of films, Hindi films. So on one hand, I was watching DDLJ and was imitating to be Raj Malhotra, and the other hand, I was watching Shool and was trying to be, Samar Pratap Singh. I think that's what his character's name was. So when I met him for the first time, we were shooting for a film called Chittagong in 2010, I guess. Yeah, right after LSD. And then, of course, I was like, wow, Manoj Bajpayee, wow. And of course, I become a student whenever I meet a senior actor. So I started asking him so many questions about acting, his process, about that film, this film. And of course, he's somebody, I consider him as my friend. Of course, he's a senior. I have immense regards and immense respect for him. But whenever we meet now, of course, it's like, two friends meeting. But I still, of course, maintain that respect and dignity. But he's very chilled out. Now, of course, I can talk to him about anything. And he's always there, I know.
Wonderful, wonderful. How do you pick your projects and what are you currently working on?
If somebody calls them a project, then I don't do it. Because I don't want to be a part of a project. I want to be a part of a film. So I read the script, of course. And not every time I maybe choose the right one, but at that moment I was feeling that it's the right one. So I finished Hum Do Hamare Do with Maddo Production. That's me, Kriti Sanan, Paresh sir, Ratna Pathak ma'am, Apar Shakti. Then there's Badhai Do with Bhumi and a lot of great actors. That's with Jungli Films. And then there's Monica, Oh My Darling, which is a Netflix original. That's again a great script. And right now I'm shooting for an investigative thriller called HIT. It's actually HIT. Homicide Intervention Department, and I'm having an amazing time making this film. So yeah, these ones.
What's the worst piece of advice somebody has given you? Has it ever happened that, during your struggling days, they said, tum actor nahi ban sakoge, those kind of slights or insults?
Actor nahi ban sakoge, nobody has said. People were very, very helpful, and they would always say, after the audition that, yeah, you're good, you know your thing, but, be at it. Maybe not this film, but something else. But there were few people, of course, who would be like, hey, why are you trying for films? It's not going to work out. You're neither here nor there. It's very tough. It's going to be tough for you. It will be a hard journey. And I was like, yeah, fine. I'm here. I'm going to enjoy the journey. But I'm here on this journey now. There was never looking back for me.
When the whole nepotism debate came out, people used you as an example of an outsider who's paved his way for the others in the industry. What was that phase for you like?
I wasn't really too active on Twitter at that time, honestly. But I know about it, of course, the whole debate about nepotism. I'm grateful to everybody who thinks that, they like my work and they feel that, I deserve to be here where I am. There's a lot of gratitude. But I feel about nepotism, my stand was always clear. If somebody is talented enough to be on screen, if somebody who can be on his or her own, then I don't mind watching them as long as, they deserve to be there. They're worthy enough to be there. So I think people would also accept that.
I also wanted to know, when you were a kid, who were you closer to, mom and dad? Like, who would you turn to for advice? Can you give me a specific
Ma. I was very
example?
close to Ma.
Tell me an instance when she helped you out in a tough situation.
I was in class, I think 12th, no 11th. And I used to like this girl, and this girl used to like me, but she had a boyfriend who was a senior of some college. And the whole Delhi thing started, and the fight started, and some 30 people came to bash me up, and they bashed me up. And it's a true story. The only thing I was saying is, "Mere muh pe mat marna, mujhe actor banna hai." And they're like, "Arey, bahut weird hai, but chalo maro." I'm like, "Acha, theek hai, khatam, chalo." And I still am. I'm very strong. And at that time, I was such a brave heart. So then, of course, these guys trashed me up. Then my brothers came and their friends came, and they're like, "Abhi hum unko batayenge." And this was going on. Like, what chaos, yaar! I don't want this to go on. I can't focus on such things in life. I told my mother one day, I said, I told her, "Ma, see now, mommy, what's happening and all this." And she's like, "Who's this guy?" It's like, "Okay, this guy." And she's like, "Come." She's like, "Where?" Like, "Come, we'll go to his place." Like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah." And then we went to his place, and in 15 minutes, we became friends. And he was like, "अरे अरे जब तेरी फिल्म आएगी ना भाई तो मुझे भी बताना, मैं भी देखने जाऊंगा, कौन सी पिक्चर आ रही है." Wow, that's mom.
Losing them must have been so difficult for you.
It still is. I miss her every day. I miss them every day.
How did you cope with their loss? Who did you turn to during that difficult situation in your life?
I don't know if I'm out of it, honestly. I'm still there, of course, but I'm working, so it's okay. It's going on. But Patrulekha, of course, it's always been there. She is the biggest support in my life. She's made me a better person. She's made me a stronger person. But when it happened, I was shooting for Newton in 2016, and I got to know it on set. I was shooting in a a small town in Chhattisgarh, and Patra called me, and I gave my shot. I came out of the room, that election room. I came out and I saw one guy running towards me from the ground. And I was thinking, "Are ye frame mein kyun bhag raha hai? What's happening?" And then he came towards me, and then he gave me the phone, and he said, "Patrulekha ma'am ko aapse baat karni hai." And then, sorry. And then Patra broke the news, and of course, so I came back the second day. I thought, I'm gonna be strong, and I'm gonna finish my shoot, because that's what my mother was the happiest of me being an actor, and that's what has given her the most amount of happiness. So I came back thinking, I would manage, but no, I couldn't. I was on roll sound also, I was just crying, and I said, "Just keep rolling, give me 5 seconds." But my friend Anish John was with me on that set, and he really stood by me, because Patra was shooting for something else, but he really stood by me. So I think he held me together at that time.
I wish you more healing and lots of love. So let's quickly lighten the mood, and let me ask you some few rapid fire questions then.
Okay.
I'm sorry to move you so much, but it's one of those things. Who do you text when you're in a bad mood?
Patrulekha or Anish.
Manoj Bajpayee in Aligarh or Manoj Bajpayee in Gangs of Wasseypur?
Manoj Bajpayee in Gangs of Wasseypur.
Your favorite emoji to use on WhatsApp?
Hug.
A film that Ayushmann did that you wish you had done?
Article 15.
Horror comedies or rom-coms, your preferred pick?
Horror comedies.
The biggest fad B-Town has which you don't like at all?
Airport looks, this look, that look.
What was more fun shooting, Stree or Ruhi?
Stree.
So here's wishing you more moments of sanity, more moments of good cinema, and thank you for being in conversation with me.
Thank you so much, Jay. Such a pleasure. Why didn't we do this before?
I know. I'm so happy having chatted with you after so long. Thank you so much, Raj, for taking out time to share an intimate part of your life just between us. It was delightful to get to know you better. Thank you again for sharing your life's highs and lows so candidly with us.